Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we're going deep into the mind of the ENTP personality type. Known as the debater or visionary, ENTPs are sharp, quick-witted, and thrive in the world of ideas and intellectual debates. But like all personality types, they have a unique set of strengths and weaknesses. So in today's video, we'll explore both sides of the ENTP spectrum. 10 strengths and 10 weaknesses. Let's jump into their strength. Number 1. Quick thinking. When it comes to mental agility, ENTPs are some of the fastest thinkers out there. Their brains operate like a high-speed processor, constantly analyzing, synthesizing, and spitting out ideas. ENTPs are the type who, when presented with a new concept or problem, can immediately offer up multiple angles or potential solutions. This quick thinking makes them incredibly resourceful in almost any situation, whether they're debating someone, brainstorming ideas in a business meeting, or trying to troubleshoot an issue. While others may need time to process, the ENTP is already 10 steps ahead, firing off clever insights, counter-arguments, or solutions. This mental sharpness allows them to be incredibly responsive in real-time conversations or debates. However, this fast-paced thinking can sometimes leave others struggling to keep up, which is where patience can be helpful. Number 2. Great problem solvers. ENTPs live for solving complex problems, especially ones that seem unsolvable to others. They're naturally drawn to puzzles, intricate challenges, and anything that makes their minds work overtime. Whether it's a technical problem, a business dilemma, or even a personal issue, ENTPs excel at breaking down complex scenarios and finding creative solutions. They don't just solve problems the traditional way. They'll often either come up with unconventional methods or unexpected solutions that surprise everyone. Their curious minds drive them to look beyond the obvious, searching for unique angles that others might not consider. What makes ENTPs even more remarkable problem solvers is that they don't give up easily. Once they're hooked on a challenge, they'll keep working on it until they've cracked the code. Number 3. Charismatic. ENTPs are the people you'll often find at the center of a conversation, effortlessly engaging those around them. They possess a natural charm that draws people in. Whether they're in a small group or a large social gathering, they have a way of making others feel intrigued, entertained, and connected. Their charisma isn't forced either. It's an organic result of their infectious enthusiasm, quick wit, and engaging conversation style. They're skilled at keeping conversations light, fun, and intellectually stimulating. What really sets them apart is their ability to connect with a diverse range of people, regardless of background, personality, or beliefs. They can easily shift their tone or approach to suit different audiences, making everyone feel included in the discussion. Number 4. Open-minded. ENTPs are known for their willingness to explore new perspectives, ideas, and experiences. They thrive on diversity of thought and aren't afraid to challenge their own beliefs if presented with compelling evidence or a fresh angle. This open-mindedness allows them to be incredibly flexible in their thinking. Rather than getting stuck in one way of viewing the world, ENTPs are constantly evolving their ideas based on new information. They actively seek out opposing viewpoints and enjoy playing devil's advocate, not just for the sake of debate, but to genuinely understand other perspectives. This ability to see things from multiple angles makes them great at understanding complex issues and considering the long-term implications of decisions. Number 5. Innovative. One of the standout strengths of an ENTP is their ability to innovate. They don't just think outside the box, they often dismantle the box entirely and come up with something entirely new. Their brains are constantly buzzing with fresh ideas, new ways of doing things, and bold solutions that push boundaries. Whether it's improving a process, designing a product, or coming up with a creative workaround to a roadblock, ENTPs are the innovators of the group. They love to challenge the status quo, question traditional methods, and seek out ways to disrupt industries, fields, or even everyday routines. Their ability to generate new ideas often puts them at the forefront of creative or entrepreneurial ventures where they can turn their visions into reality. Number 6. Confident. ENTPs exude confidence, which stems from their strong belief in their ideas and intellectual abilities. They're not the type to back down easily from a challenge or shy away from putting their ideas out there, even in the face of criticism or skepticism. This confidence is often what allows them to lead others, especially in high-pressure situations where decisive action is needed. ENTPs tend to have faith in their ability to figure things out, even if they don't have all the answers up front. Their self-assured nature can inspire those around them to follow their lead, particularly when they're pursuing something they're passionate about. That said, ENTP confidence isn't about arrogance. It's more about trusting their ability to adapt and succeed, no matter the circumstances. Number 7. Persuasive. ENTPs have a gift for persuasion. Whether they're in a debate, negotiation, or casual conversation, they know how to use their words effectively. They have a knack for presenting ideas in a way that resonates with others, often tailoring their message to appeal to different personalities or viewpoints. What makes ENTPs particularly persuasive is their ability to think on their feet. They're quick to pick up on subtle cues, adjust their arguments, and use logic to back up their points. People are often won over by their charm and ability to frame their ideas in a way that seems both practical and exciting. ENTPs don't just state facts. They weave compelling narratives that make people see things from their perspective. Number 8. Adaptable. ENTPs thrive in environments of change and uncertainty. They're not just adaptable, they actually enjoy being in situations where they need to pivot and adjust on the fly. This flexibility allows them to navigate through challenging circumstances with ease. Whether it's shifting roles in a job, adjusting to new technology, or handling unexpected life changes, ENTPs can quickly reframe the situation and move forward. They don't get bogged down by the need for a set plan or structure. Instead, they focus on being agile and figuring things out as they go. This adaptability also makes them resilient, as they're less likely to be thrown off course by setbacks or unforeseen obstacles. Number 9. Curious. Curiosity is the fuel that drives ENTPs. They have an insatiable desire to learn, explore, and understand how things work. They're constantly asking questions, diving into new topics, and seeking out knowledge just for the sake of knowing. This curiosity doesn't just apply to intellectual pursuits, it extends to every area of their lives. ENTPs are likely to pick up random hobbies, explore new experiences, or dive into deep conversations about seemingly obscure topics. They aren't satisfied with surface-level answers. They want to dig deeper and uncover the underlying mechanisms that make things tick. Their curiosity keeps them engaged in life and ensures they're always growing and evolving. Number 10. Natural leaders. Thanks to their confidence, charisma, and vision, ENTPs often find themselves in leadership roles. They're the kind of leaders who inspire others with big ideas and motivate people to push boundaries. ENTPs have a knack for seeing the big picture and rallying others around a common goal. They lead by example, often diving headfirst into projects and challenges, encouraging those around them to keep up. While they might not always be the most structured leaders, their ability to think strategically and inspire others often makes up for any gaps in organization. Their leadership style is dynamic and energetic, making them particularly effective in environments that value innovation and forward thinking. Now that we've covered the impressive strength of ENTPs, it's clear they have some remarkable qualities that make them stand out. But like every personality type, with great strength comes certain challenges. So let's shift gears and take a look at the other side of the coin, the 10 weaknesses that ENTPs may struggle with. Understanding these can help ENTPs grow and navigate the world more effectively. So let's get started. Number 1. Argumentative. ENTPs are known for loving a good debate, but sometimes they take it too far. Their love of argument stems from their desire to test ideas and challenge assumptions, but this can make them come across as combative. In their quest to explore every angle of an issue, they may argue just for the sake of it, even when there's nothing to gain. This can lead to frustration for others, especially when the debate feels unnecessary or when ENTPs focus more on winning the argument than finding common ground. In relationships, their tendency to challenge everything can create tension, as it may come across as dismissive or even disrespectful. ENTPs may need to learn when to let go of an argument and recognize that not every conversation needs to turn into a debate. Number 2. Impulsive. ENTPs are quick thinkers and often act just as quickly. This impulsivity can lead to hasty decisions, particularly when they're excited about a new idea or opportunity. They might jump into projects without fully thinking through the logistics or consequences, which can sometimes backfire. While their spontaneity can be refreshing, it also means they can overlook important details or rush into situations unprepared. This impulsivity can affect both their personal and professional lives, leading to mistakes or unnecessary complications. To counteract this, ENTPs may need to develop more patience and learn to slow down their decision-making process, especially when the stakes are high. Number 3. Easily bored. ENTPs have an incredibly active mind, and because of this, they get bored quickly. If something doesn't stimulate them intellectually or challenge their curiosity, they'll lose interest in it almost immediately. This can make it difficult for them to stick with long-term projects or routine tasks that don't provide constant mental stimulation. They crave novelty and excitement, which can be frustrating for those around them who may rely on them for consistency. Whether it's a job that requires repetitive tasks or a relationship that enters a more predictable phase, ENTPs often struggle to stay engaged. This boredom can lead them to abandon projects midway or seek out new, more exciting ventures before finishing what they started. Learning to find meaning and satisfaction in routine tasks is something that can help ENTPs manage this tendency. Number 4. Struggle with routine. ENTPs don't enjoy rigid structures or repetitive routines. They thrive on variety, change, and the freedom to explore new ideas, which is why anything that feels too monotonous or predictable can be a real challenge for them. Daily routines, repetitive tasks, or jobs that require strict adherence to processes can feel like a form of mental suffocation. They may resist schedules, deadlines, and mundane tasks, which can create challenges in more structured environments. Their aversion to routine can also cause issues in personal relationships where predictability and stability might be necessary for long-term success. Finding ways to balance their need for flexibility with the demands of everyday life can be key to their overall well-being. Number 5. Lack of follow-through. While ENTPs are great at coming up with ideas and getting projects started, they often struggle to see things through to completion. Their enthusiasm can wane once the initial excitement of a new project fades, and they may move on to the next shiny idea before finishing what they started. This can leave them with a trail of half-finished projects and unfulfilled commitments. In group settings, this tendency can frustrate others who rely on them to contribute consistently. For ENTPs, the challenge is maintaining focus and discipline, particularly when the work becomes less about ideas and more about execution. Developing strategies to stay engaged with longer-term goals can help them overcome this weakness. Number 6. Can be overly critical. ENTPs are quick to spot flaws, inconsistencies, or inefficiencies, which can make them seem overly critical, especially in situations where others don't welcome this kind of scrutiny. They hold themselves and others to high intellectual standards, and they aren't afraid to point out when someone's argument doesn't hold up or when something could be done more effectively. While this critical thinking is one of their strengths, it can also come across as nitpicking or condescending, particularly if they don't temper it with empathy or tact. This can create friction in both personal and professional relationships, as others may feel like the ENTP is too harsh or dismissive of their efforts. Number 7. Tendency to overthink. ENTPs are analytical by nature, which means they often get caught up in their own thoughts. While they excel at considering multiple perspectives and possibilities, this can also lead to overthinking. They may spend too much time weighing the pros and cons of a decision, analyzing every possible outcome, or second-guessing themselves. This can result in decision paralysis, where they struggle to commit to a course of action because they're too busy examining all the potential options. Overthinking can also lead to unnecessary stress, as ENTPs may create problems in their minds that don't actually exist. Learning to trust their instincts and make decisions more decisively can help them overcome this tendency. Number 8. Insensitive at times. Because ENTPs are so focused on logic and ideas, they can sometimes overlook the emotional needs of others. They tend to prioritize intellectual conversations over emotional ones, which can make them seem detached or even cold in certain situations. While they don't intend to be hurtful, their bluntness and focus on facts can sometimes come across as insensitive, especially when dealing with people who are more emotionally driven. ENTPs struggle to recognize when someone needs emotional support rather than intellectual advice. For them, learning to balance their logical approach with greater empathy can improve their relationships and help them connect more deeply with others. Number 9. Disorganized. ENTPs are big picture thinkers, which means they sometimes overlook the details. This can lead to disorganization in their personal and professional lives. They might struggle to keep track of tasks, deadlines, or even important possessions, leading to a sense of chaos. Their freewheeling approach to life means they're often juggling multiple ideas or projects at once, but without a solid system in place to manage everything, things can quickly get out of hand. Disorganization can also affect their productivity, as they may waste time searching for things they've misplaced or forgetting key details that are necessary to move forward with a project. Developing better organizational habits can help ENTPs stay on top of their responsibilities. Number 10. Struggle with authority. ENTPs have a natural tendency to challenge authority, especially if they feel the rules or systems in place are outdated, inefficient, or simply don't make sense. They're independent thinkers who prefer to do things their own way, which can create tension in hierarchical environments where they're expected to follow orders or adhere to strict guidelines. Whether it's a boss at work or a teacher in a classroom, ENTPs are likely to push back against authority figures if they feel constrained by rigid structures. While this rebellious streak can fuel their creativity and innovation, it can also create conflicts in situations where compliance is necessary. Learning how to navigate authority with tact and diplomacy can help ENTPs avoid unnecessary friction. And there you have it, 10 strengths and 10 weaknesses of the ENTP personality. As you can see, ENTPs are complex individuals with incredible strength, but also some challenges they need to work on. If you're an ENTP, embrace your innovative mind and quick thinking, but also remember to slow down sometimes and consider the emotional side of things. And if you know an ENTP, hopefully this video has given you some insight into what makes them tick. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.